That's it. Okay. Where do you people come from all of a sudden? Oh, unassigned? You? You? Were you the one that was supposed to be assigned to? She's a twin. I think we've got her already down here. No, I am wrong. I am wrong. So I assigned her here. So now this girl just got fired. So now she can go in the garden. I mean the garden. Wow, food was down to 60. I had it up slightly over 100. But I opened up a few new settlements and I had to come here and get supply girls. So I lost some of my population. Well, about 24 food worth, so that's about 4 people. We'll get it. Here we go. What did we open up? Oberland. Finch. Coastal Cottage. We need to do this one. Coastal Cottage. We'll do Kingsport to Coastal. That way, when I get around to going up there, I can build. Without being connected to the supply line, you can hardly build anything. You can scrap everything on site, but you're probably not going to find fiber optics for most of the defenses. What am I doing here? For a weapon. One of these. Just one. Carrying a lot of weapons. Let's rename this. Now, what did we say we were doing? Kingsport? Is it Kingsport or Kingston? What's that light? Kingsport Lighthouse? Kingston Lighthouse? Kingston. I'm going to call it Kingston. Kingston? I don't know. Coastal. Good enough for me. And we need to make the actual uniform itself. One of those. One of those. And a set of these. Now let's find someone. that's what the garden is for. Just a pool of people.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
You might do.
Yes?
You might do.
Huh?
I'm looking for someone
Huh?
who I've got a lot of. Because a lot of these characters are repeat characters. She's unique right there. She looks a lot like Desdemona.
Farming's as honest.
I'm not
as
used to
honest work
having
gets.
someone like that. She's wearing a unique,
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
a more unique clothing. I think we're gonna leave you people here. You know what? I don't know. This face is relatively unique as well.
Am I ever glad to see you? We could really use a hand.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
The Minutemen are always happy to help. What did you need?
A pack of feral ghouls have holed up nearby, and some of them have started wandering out lately. If more of them start wandering out this way, we may be overrun. We need someone to clear them out.
That's not gonna happen. But, okay.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I'll be glad to have them gone.
So I decided who's my next supply girl. But now I gotta try to find her again. It's that redhead. There she is. With the tight ponytail pulled back.
I knew you would help us.
Let's trade.
Sure thing.
Okay, Kay. And some rounds. For some reason, 4 is the magic number this playthrough. Move to Kingston. Kingsport. That was one of my guesses. Kingsport. That's okay. Close enough. And supply. Coastal Cottage. It could take her a while to figure out she needs to leave. But the main thing is that there's the supply line right there. But you know what's blowing my tiny little mind? That. Why does that show up as though it were a settlement? The only thing I can guess is that trader up there at the end of the alleyway up in the Pridwin. I forget his name. He offers you a chance to do extra work. What he wants to do is he wants to steal a piece of the action from your settlements. He'll send the boss down there in power armor and take a percentage of the food from whatever settlements you hook him up with. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because when I look at my list of settlements, workshops, it's not here. Boston Airport's here, but the Pridwood's not here. And the other lists where you can get into there's other ways to access that list. It doesn't show up. I can't assign a supplier to it. And I can't find a workshop in the Pridwood. I don't know. You're styling. Okay, what do we got for quests? Okay. Now I started to bring somebody with me and he hated it. Oh, right. Hancock. So I started another large water farm. Nordhagen. Why not? It's right there on the shore. You've got a very long coastline, so you can plop down a bunch of those big water producing machines. What do they make? 20? No, they make 40. There they are. And I could put down more. I think just 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Well, I bugged this kid. You know, he comes pre-assigned to the garden, and they plant gourds, and I hate gourds. They're such a waste of ground space. I changed it over to carrots. But when I got rid of all the gourds, he was no longer assigned to food. And now he's unassignable. Let's try again. Yeah, see, he's unassignable. So I broke him. So let's go shoot the crap out of Libertalia. And I think there's a bobblehead in that mission. At least a mag. Oh no. That won't do. We don't need that. We can use this. Kellogg's pistol. Okay. And a deliverer. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Okay, the shotgun. That. Look at all the rounds I got for that. Wow. We gotta find a replacement for that. And that. I don't have a melee weapon. Probably because my strength totally sucks. And so this playthrough I'm not using one. ready to go? Let's do a save so we don't have to find this place again. I don't expect to die.
I'm ready to move in, ma'am.
Oh! See, that's why we did a save. Okay, well, let's start the game up again. So, as you can see, I use Vortex as my mod manager. Does it say Vortex anywhere here? Vortex, you gotta be kidding me. Who does this? Vortex Marketing. Hello? Who does not put their brand on the front of their product? Vortex Mod Manager. I mean, my name's the biggest thing on the screen. Sky Oblivion, looking forward to that. Anyway, yeah, so this is Vortex Mod Manager. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign right there. So... there's a... oh, there it is. It finally launched. But this is... I'm using the Fallout 4 script extender, like they tell you to run your game through that, not through Steam. Geez, and I just filled out their questionnaire. Well, it's been a little while now, maybe a month, I don't know. They were surveying people that use their product a lot. Well, and finding out who uses it a lot, who knows what they're doing, and whose input is worth listening to. And I gave them all the information. I gave them some ideas. I didn't realize their name wasn't on the front of the product. I mean, I would have said that, hey, how about you put your name on the front of your product? Continue. Oh, we're almost ready to gain another level. All we gotta do is like shoot one Mirelurk or something. There we go. I felt off center. Let's go, dude.
I'm ready to move in, ma'am.
Let's go then. Weren't there mines? Yep, there's one. That's one good use of VATS. It will find the mines for you. Run over here. Ha. There it is. Wow. I couldn't find it. I I couldn't find it. Oh crap, and I drank that water at the boat.
Shit's gonna ambush us.
I dropped that guy. 2-shot at him. I'm actually better with my pistol. I think. Let's try it. I don't know what's the range on this thing. Whoa! 1 shot at him. Try to vary my weapon of choice at the moment. Very slow to reload. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a mannequin or not. This is a good weapon for this. You know, you're pulling these guys off from long range. I'm surprised no one's jumping in my crap right now. I really don't want to aggro that whole thing against me just yet. I don't want this whole complex shooting at me at once. There's still some there. There's a dude right there. So I'm not even sneaking. I have no perks in sneak whatsoever. Although I have found a few magazines that give you some kind of little micro buff towards sneaking. With those government covert something or others. Oh, hey, let's check in there. There's nothing in there, is there? Oh, there we go. Don't make me go in that water. Can I walk on that? Okay, we'll do it that way. This place can be a little complicated. I'm trying to get my bearings and do some kind of a pattern search. So I don't have to zigzag all over the place wondering where have I been. Nothing. We got dead bodies floating in the water somewhere. somewhere. Okay, so that will get us up to that. But first, this weapon has a cool graphic and a cool sound. The sound gets old after a little while, but I have a feeling soon enough it's going to get hot and heavy here, and I'll need a much higher rate of fire. Hey, something in a cabin. There he is. He didn't fall in the water. So I guess I'll come right out and spill the beans. I guess I eventually gotta say it. Yeah, I'm known for Fallout 4. Some guys asked me to play Skyrim, but I've got my eye on Divinity Original Sins 2, the definitive edition. Man, that whole mouthful. As soon as they get realistic and come down on the price. I think because of Baldur's Gate. Huh? Hearing shit. Oh. Can I get you through the window? Apparently not. Okay, well I two-shotted her with that. I purposely was slow on the draw with that. I wanted to see how slow the AI was going to be. Was it going to be brutal and pump me full of damage really quick, or was it going to be slow and dumb and take its time and give me all kinds of time to figure out what I wanted to do? That's basically what it did. Let's go back to having some fun with this. Oh, Witchy Witch. Hello. Bugs from Sweden. Ah, yeah, I was just starting to talk about Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Well, you know, that's where the flock is headed, right? Everybody's hyped on Baldur's Gate, and it really caught my attention because that's really my favorite stuff. Although I never really got used to... Oh, let me rephrase that. Tabletop. It's basically a D&D game turned into a video game. You know, you're turn-based, and all the algorithms are based on D&D stats, D&D mechanics. I think it's based on 5e, 5th edition. I don't think it's Pathfinder. I think I read 5e. But full price for early access, I just won't do that. Now, I'd have easily paid $20 or $30 for early access. Yeah, it is 5e, yeah. It's adapted a bit. Okay. See, I'm going to date myself here, which isn't hard to do because you can see what I look like. I'm not in my 20s or 30s. I first started playing D&D on first edition rules, and then they come out with second edition rules. So I'm like, okay, and I was the dungeon master, so I incorporated second edition into my game. And then they did, that's back in the old days with Gary Gygax, you know, the original creator. He started with 3D. I'm having a hard time remembering 3D. Remember there was and I don't know if this was a function of editions, there was a red box, and there was the blue box, and then there was an aqua colored box, and then the black one, and then the silvery cream one for Immortals. So I kept including the newer rule sets in with my game. Third. But then the shit hit the fan. Wizard's Coast came in, and D&D wasn't D&D anymore. It was still D&D, but they changed things around. So you really had to, it was tough for the players. It was really tough for the players to all of a sudden, I'm trying to think of an example. I'll make something up. All of a sudden, dexterity isn't called dexterity anymore. It's called something else. Or armor class, this might be real. Armor class all of a sudden gets better as the number gets larger. Where it used to get better as the number got smaller. You know, you used to have your 6 basic attributes, and they changed a couple of them. And the monsters had different stats. And then it became really hard to get the material. Oh, I forgot. I gotta jack this thing up. Oh, there it is. I forgot about that, dude. Oh, okay. Can't get out of the water?
Don't quit, do you?
Because I'm in it now. I gotta be careful. As soon as I hear that whistling, I just gotta dive somewhere. There's a fat man, and he's got more than one round. Come on, book right around that corner again. I gotta take out that fat man. I don't know. Let's do it. Let's try this one. Oh, hello, you. Oh, really? One shot wasn't enough. Oh, I missed that one. Eventually you're going to get close enough and too easy to hit. I'm worried about the guy up there with the fat man. It was save. I remember what you were telling me about Conan, and I started checking out that game some. I didn't find... I just did it that one day or the next day after you told me about it. I didn't find anybody building. And right now I'm having a hard time remembering what I watched. Because it intrigued me some with the castle building and whatnot.
No need to hide.
And you said it was a bit of a survival game. I remember that. I haven't been able to find a survival game yet that
Only
I
a
could
fucking
really
coward hides.
really get into. Search on YouTube some amazing base builds. Ah, there you go. Yeah, YouTube is amazing for stuff like that. I was watching Twitch.
Motherfucker!
Really? Oh, hello. Where'd you go? Did you just hit me through the wall or something? Now you're running away? Is that how this works? Ah, that was a waste. You better run. There. Popped her in the knee. Oh, there's somebody out there. Who's shooting me from where? Ah, I saw it. I saw right in there somewhere. There he is. Oh man, that's far. That didn't hit. So I would like to find a survival game that I can go all in on. I bought Ark when it was early release. It was difficult for me. I couldn't figure out how to play. It was all my fault. I think I had it on way too hard of a difficulty. And it ended up, and like I said, I'm going back several years. 3 years, 4 years. Helped defend 10 Pines Bluff. Okay. At least I'm not 100 miles underground. Ten Pines Bluff. I know where that is. Basically, all I gotta do is show up here. I've got some pretty good... No, I didn't think you could shut the survival off. It was... I had it on With that body flying. I wonder if I should get rid of that fat man turret. Where'd that body go? That's why I came here first, because I thought it'd be the hardest one to find. Oh, there's a piece of meat from it. Oh, there it is. I was just dying all over the place from, starving. My food was spoiling all the time. The dinosaurs were just wrecking me. I was just having a real hard time surviving. I'm going to have to try it again though, because that was when I first got my PC. This PC, believe it or not, I can't believe it how time flies. It's 5 years old already. 5 years old. Or 4 3/4 or something like that. That's a long time for the life of a PC. But, you know, it played those games then, so it'll play those games now. And it still plays the brand new games. When I built this PC, it was next to the top of the line. Not the top, but next to. So it had good longevity. Yeah, it happens. Here you can have sandstorms that will rip the skin off you and kill you if you don't search shelter. I think the thing that bugged me the most about Ark was you were on a server with other players. I can't remember if they could wreck your shit. I don't remember. I tend to I want to play my game in my own computer. I don't want to play it on a server with a bunch of people from the general public. That's why I don't do MMO. Well, one of the reasons why I don't do MMOs. I bought ESO and Fallout 76, and I was really disappointed. But I've learned to play a lot better. I bet I could actually prove I got probably 10,000 hours in video games. I could go to my my Steam page and show how many hours I played each of the various games. And then extrapolate a little bit off of that for the PlayStation and the Xbox. So it wouldn't be an exaggeration. So 10,000 hours will give you some experience and teach you something. I'm far from an expert, though. Did I find all the bodies that we done here? Can I go? I was busy. You can keep your plastic. Where is it going to send me when I try to go to Libertalia? Oh boy, I don't dare do that. Yeah, let's do this. I don't want to end up in the middle of where that fat man's going to wreck me. Here you can play solo, co-op, PvE, server, and PvE. I'm a solo PvE. That's I just can't do the PvP. I guess the way it's supposed to be set up is they gauge your performance and they put you with people that are of the similar skill level. Me and a friend started a PvE server and played. I've got a nephew that said he set up a server for what game I forgot. That I would feel comfortable playing on, but I know him. He's the kind of...
I'm ready to move in, ma'am.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
Yeah, did you get rid of the mines?
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, ma'am.
But my nephew, he's one of the, from what I gather from people that know him, he's one of the guys I don't want to be playing with. You know, someone that cheats. I just recently heard of the term sniper, game snipers. Someone that says plays CSGO, one of those match, PvP match, where you're running around military shooting each other. They'll turn on a separate computer and watch someone stream the game while they're playing on another computer, and so they can see where the enemy is, and they use that knowledge to help them play on their computer. They call it sniping or something like that. Yeah, free of the a-holes. I've watched some of my favorite streamers try to play those games, and sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but they'll say, this guy's cheating. He's shooting me through walls. He automatically knows where I am. This guy has to be cheating. Now, I understand sometimes that's not true. Sometimes somebody's just better than you and they're beating you. But there's a lot of cheats out there. And a lot of it's toxic, too. This guy's, he's very savvy with computers. So, he knows how to cheat huge. Oops. Pay attention.
Yes.
All that for what? For what? Every bit counts, right? Okay, things have quieted down here. Is that a bad guy? That's a bad guy. I keep forgetting I gotta crank this thing up every time. These AIs can be so stupid. I'm not sneaking, I'm standing here. I have no perks in sneak. My gun is glowing like a sunrise. I can see him as plain as he can see me. Okay, now somewhere's along the line here, there's a body fluid. I'm more interested in the ones that are standing up. Okay, there's a dead one. Let's do another save. Little save scum, you know. I don't have the patience to play the same thing over and over again. Okay, we've been here. I knew that because of that body. There we go. Now we're into something new. I just got to remember to hurry up and dive in the water when I hear that whistling fat man coming at me. Now last playthrough when I came here, that thing kept wrecking me. think I died like 4 times. I finally learned how to hide around the corner from it and snipe him. Is that a guy? That's not a guy. That's a mannequin, right? No, that's a gas tank right there to a weapon crafting station. Jeez, I almost just shot this guy.
There's some right here. Right here.
Right here? Right where? Where are we shooting? Oh. Oh, Institute, boss. You're gonna aggro these guys against me. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh my. Give it to me again. Give it to me again. Ah. That would have been too cool if I could have shot that guy right off of that vertebrate. That would have been really cool. Yeah, I know they land over there. He's gonna run over there probably, and he can have at it. I actually want to give Fallout 76 another try too, and ESO as well. But right now,
Sloppy tactics, bad.
I got my eye on Divinity Original Sins 2,
No way I can pick this.
the definitive edition. There's nobody on there. Oh, there's a... I was trying to shoot the pilot. Well, it blasted the windows.
Take no prisoners.
I just shot at his vertebrate and now he's here. You shooting at my synth buddy? Is he down in the water
Shoot to
there?
kill.
I'm gonna make this as painful as possible.
Okay, you guys have at it. I'm going over here.
For the Brotherhood.
Let's do this.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll go over here. Didn't think I was going to find anything over here. I had to check. Had to check. It's funny how these guys can probably shoot at each other for the next 20 minutes if I just sat here and watched them that long, and nobody would die. Okay, I'm getting a little closer to that than I wanted to get. It's going to be real hard to pick off that pilot. I wanted to get the gunner in the door. But I don't see him anymore. I don't want to shoot the vertebrate, I want to shoot the person. shot here. Not quite what I thought. This guy's just letting me shoot at him. Oh, hello. Oh, I just shot a scribe right in front of this guy. Or is that, who is this dude? Is that my dude? No, these are Brotherhood people. Okay. Okay, we were just here. Okay. Good luck walking this without falling in the water. Can't believe I didn't. Oh, a bunch of traders and settlers. Okay, where's that whistle? Yeah, maybe the Brotherhood will keep that fat man busy. Uh-oh. Laggy, laggy. Holy body pile, my god. Not cool. This is my mission. Knock over every mannequin in the wasteland. Somebody keeps going around and setting them up though. Okay. There it is. I can't believe I got this close to it. And they haven't been shooting at me yet. I don't think I've been over here.
Hacking this is beyond me.
Good. Good. It probably just opens this safe anyway.
That's it.
I've been thinking of you guys up in Sweden and Norway and Finland. You know, our leaves are starting to fall. It's full-blown fall. And we've had a couple hard frosts. I'm thinking, man, these guys probably already got 5 feet of snow. I have been here already. I did not think I had been. So, you're next. Geez, I'm out in the open here. I like to be able to take some cover. these guys that'll let me pick off. Before that fat man starts shooting at me. No hit. That was a post in the way. That hit. I know there's a lot more than that over there. Play it like that. I think it's time to change to something with a higher rate of fire.
They're still out there? No. I'm about ready to pack it. Not yet. Back of my neck is still itchy.
What the fuck was that?
Meow.
This is bullshit.
I was just gonna make a comment on they'll show up.
What the hell was that?
As soon as I start to engage the purpose of being here.
I swear I must be going crazy.
He'll let me go through here, loot everything, kill everybody, and then in the last scene when you do what you're here to do, he's gonna show up
Did you hear that?
just before you open the last door. Put in his 2 cents and be there.
Just noise. Just noise.
And that's perfect for me. I'd rather you... Oh, hello.
Fucking pay for that.
You too. You guys are too slow. So I saw on YouTube this guy do an exploit. I don't know how these people... Well, I know how they do it, but I don't know how they do it. I mean, how they have the time to try all these crazy things until they find something that actually does something. This guy found a way to take a pipe pistol, turn it into... He made it so that it still shoots the 38 round, but it's not the 38 round anymore. It behaves like a mini nuke. So pop, 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 you're shooting it like crazy. It says it only does 10 points of damage. It says it's shooting 38 rounds. You put 38 rounds into it, but when they come out the gun, they behave like mini nukes. And you don't need to be high level to have all the perks for crafting it. There's a long, well, not that long. There's a complicated procedure. pushing multiple buttons at the same time until you finally get the thing to glitch. And he figured out how to do it. At level 3, 4. And he only accidentally gained 4 levels because you've got to go from one place to another place, and you end up bumping into people. You got to kill them on the way. I guess he went from Sanctuary to Good Neighbor, and then I forgot what he did there. Oh, that's where he stole his Fat Man. He stole the Fat Man from Cleo. And then he goes to Fahaba because in the bowling alley there's that special mini nuke like device. It's a Fat Man like device. I forget what it's called. It's the Striker. It shoots bowling balls. He goes there and gets that. So that's a lot of traveling around. So you're bumping into people and you're killing and you're trying not to be killed because you're so squishy at that level, and you're going to Far Harbor, which is really designed for people that have already finished the game. So how these, here's the mag. I knew there was one here somewhere. U.S. government, okay.
There we go.
Bushes, boxes, and beehives, yeah. Probably more difficult to detect while sneaking. I found a few of these. Well, I could be confusing it with my last playthrough. Or the playthrough before that. Aha, another one. Okay, that's slightly different type of mag.
Got it.
So I fell asleep watching this guy's because I was just so intrigued. Like, what's this guy doing? And that's usually the point where I'm getting ready to go to sleep for the night. So I watch YouTube and I fell asleep. At some point I wake up and the guy, he has another show, another tape. It's another exploit. This time it's for Skyrim. And it's another similar thing. It's a totally OP thing. He's got like, I don't know, infinite mana. And he's doing like 100 million points of damage a second. I don't know how he did it, because I wasn't actually watching that. I fell asleep and woke up and I was hearing parts of it. But the point I'm making is, this guy's taking the time to figure out how to do this stuff. It's just a little beyond me right now. Unless he's looking at the source code, and I don't think he is. I don't think that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I think he's just a mastermind at trying stuff. And that's the point I was making, is you gotta try and try and try and try. You gotta spend an awful lot of time trying all this stuff before you finally find something that works. Now I know there's a more conventional way to get up there. I could just jetpack my way up there, but I know there's a set of stairs that go up there, or a doorway, a ladder. There it is. There it is. Did I look in here already? Ah. No can left behind. What? No bloodstained pillow? I don't want it if it's not bloodstained. Shit. Wow. Before some patches in Skyrim, the blizzard spell damage was dependent on your own resistance. He was doing something with resistance. He was taking a potion of something resistance. But somehow he beefed up that potion so it was doing like 1,000,000 points of resistance. And that turned it into damage. It was like 12 million. It was crazy. He was like insta shooting, insta kill, one shot insta kill on the most powerful creatures. Somehow he summoned 10 dragons at once and pop them all and just drop them all. So if you used a poison on yourself to lower your cold resistance, you could almost triple the damage. Ah, yes, alchemy and enchanting works together. I don't know how he got it to have such a high number. 12 million or 120 million. It was a crazy number. But the word million was part of it. Anything that does 1 million, 100, and that's just crazy.
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
Yeah, I was waiting for this.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Yeah, we'll play it that way.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might
We
not
could
be
get away
alone
with
there.
killing him, but
Violence
it's less
might be
preferable.
inevitable. That's all, ma'am. Ready when you
You
are.
take a potion to increase enchanting, enchant clothes with alchemy, put on the clothes, make new potion that increases enchanting more. Oh, and just keep stacking it. Now, one thing about these exploits is the word he uses, which you can differentiate that from a cheat. It's a form of a cheat, but it's a different kind of a cheat, I suppose. I believe that patches often take away your ability to do some of those exploits. So I don't know if these exploits are still doable. But just for the fun of it, it's like, yeah, I want a pipe pistol
Nice.
that will lob mini nukes, pop, 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 like it, because I've got like thousands of 38 rounds. I wouldn't want to use it to succeed at the game. But this is one of my favorite places to do funky stuff. Like, I used to have this mod that was a missile minigun. Instead of shooting 5mm rounds, it shot mini nukes. You had to have mini nukes. But I had a cheat where I could just load myself up with 5,000 mini nukes. And I'd bring it here, and I would just rain mini nukes down on this place, because it's outdoors. You can't use that shit indoors because it just kills you. But it's fun. It's fun for people to watch. Mini nukes just blowing up everywhere. I made jewelry and standing stones to reduce shout cool. Ah, to nothing. I could spam shouts. Now, see, I never got creative like that, and I always call that fair. Now, some purists would call it cheating, but I've always said,
Sweet.
like, like one of my tricks I used to do before I went to open up a terminal, I would do a save. And if I failed at the terminal, I would save scum. I would just go back. And I'm like, hey, the game is letting me do it. It's not a game strategy, it's a gamer strategy. I'm beating the system. I call it a cheat, call it what you want. I rationalized it into saying, well, it's all fair. If you can do it, it's fair. Without downloading a mod that changes the coding in the game, that kind of thing, that I consider a cheat. But call it what you want. I just started to try to play cleaner. But that doesn't mean 100%. Like I said, you know, I got 10,000 hours playing video games, and that's, you know, I'm no slouch, but I always feel like I'm lucky enough to be not dying, let alone to come up with the time to think of coming up with ideas like that. I did it accidentally on this playthrough. I've got 4,000 carry weight. I did it by accident. I feel it's creative thinking. Yeah, well, like you know, like I said, this is my rationalization. If the game will let you do it, you know. And sometimes it's just fun. Like I said, sometimes you just want to pull out the mini nuke missile gun and just unleash holy hell. It's fun. And, you know, I guess that's the ultimate aim
Nice.
at playing a video game, is to do whatever you think is fun. I guess in this business, this realm.
Ammo levels are good.
Okay,
We should keep moving.
Yeah, well, how about you get out of my way? My mod won't kick in, otherwise I'd shove you on your butt. I don't know, maybe it's not fair to say what I was about to say. Maybe video gamers do not have a higher percentage of people with, like, OCD than any other segment of the population. So I was gonna say that, but I'm not gonna say it. But there are plenty of people that have at least minor and some extreme versions of OCD. So their idea of having fun playing the game is to do everything perfect. You know?
Well Judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the Institute. Just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
Use the recall code.
B592 initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss? You okay? Gabriel, can you hear
Don't
me?
forget to check your
Shit,
ammo.
they did something to him! Take them
Engage
out!
the target. Almost good.
Geez, you guys reacted
Nice
pretty
work.
slow to that.
I'll take the synth back. This is X680.
Wait, no, let me steal from him. It won't let me steal from him. I had a sneaking suspicion there was a bobblehead hanging out somewhere. Maybe it was that magazine that I found. We're almost done here, so we're about to find out. That does not look lootable. I can remember way back in the day. This was before I played video games. There was something they called cheat codes. I never had heard the word mod. Or that other word I used earlier that I'm forgetting already. Where you take advantage of something. Cheat codes. You can enter the code into your console and make the game easier. Yeah, I'm not seeing a bobblehead. I don't think there is one. You gotta be careful because they hide those things sometimes. Although they're in plain sight, they're really easy to not see. Did I even go in here? No, I didn't even go in here. Requires the terminal. And I will not be able to open that. I used to add those in the games when created. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm going back to the Nintendo days. You know, back in the mid-'80s. That's when I remember video. Well, I can remember even before then. But I don't remember the cheats. I remember one of them. It gave all the enemies a head the size of like 2 basketballs. So you could go around and head shoot the enemies really easy, made them really easy to hit. And then there was the whole God mode thing where you could be killed, unlimited ammo. I didn't know that was put in there by the creators. Damn, we're done here? I wanted more. Well, this is just too fun. Okay. Let's find the shore. Now, what happened to the Brotherhood? Auto shop. Did I not completely check this place out? I thought I did. Yeah, I couldn't get in there. Yeah, I did this. I guess I didn't.
Yes.
Can't believe that bobby pin didn't break. Not quite what I wanted. Didn't know what I wanted, I guess. That's what I wanted. Some boss armor. Just wondering if I was going to find some boss armor. The way that courser was chasing these guys all over the place. I was wondering if he at least killed one of them. Somehow I just totally lost track of that boss fight, that vertibird. I took that, what would you call it, I took that lift over to the main headquarters over there, and I just lost all track of them guys. Well, let me do a save. Pause. Oh, I gotta break tape. It's been an hour and 28 minutes. I try to do this every hour.